Today on Let's Talk Drinks, I'm going to make 3 cocktails by a woman that is part of the resurgence of cocktails, modern day cocktails. We're talking about Audrey Saunders. Okay guys, welcome back. So I've been around for a little while, and as you've probably noticed, I've done a few different videos of cocktails by Dave Wondrich. We just filmed one with Dale de Graaf. I love Gaz Regan. And I wanted to do a video on a lady by the name of Audrey Saunders. She's just one of those that really helped the resurgence of cocktails coming out of New York City at the time. She was a protege for Dale de Graaf, and she makes some amazing drinks. You know, she's got the venue, the Pigu Club, which I was lucky enough to go to a few years ago, and she's been called, I think, the goddess of libations as well by Simon Difford. And I think I'm just going to make some of her cocktails. So here at 18th Amendment Bar, when we first opened up, we had the Old Cuban, which is one of Audrey's drinks, on the menu. I have done a video for that before. If you like these videos, have a look just here. That will send you to the link to the Old Cuban cocktail, which is an amazing rum cocktail. But the one that I'm going to make first for you today is the Jin Jin Mule. It's 37 degrees here Celsius at the moment in Geelong in Australia. I know it's summer, it's pretty cold for you guys over in the US. So this is a perfect drink for summertime. It's refreshing, it's super tasty, enjoyable. Now the original recipe calls for 50 mils of Bombay Sapphire. I'm going to use the Imbue Distillery Suburban Gin, made here in Melbourne. I love it. It's got blackberry, dandelion, prickly pear, a super delicious gin. For those of you in Australia watching, definitely give it a try. Now it calls for a bunch of mint sprigs in there to muddle up. The reason I put the gin in there is I'm going to muddle it up with the gin today. So make sure that you have plenty of mint in there, because it's really the hero of the cocktail as well. Now the key for muddling mint for me is to not press it too much. I don't want to rupture those sort of membranes to make it really bitter, but I still want to remove that really nice aroma and flavour from the mint. So just a really sort of, I guess, not so much a muddle, just a press of those mint leaves. Then I'm going to add 15 mils of simple syrup, or half an ounce. 15 mils of fresh lime juice that I squeezed earlier. 25 mils of a ginger syrup, and then some ice. I'm going to fine strain that. Definitely make sure that you fine strain, because we don't want all those little pieces of mint in your drink. Into a highball glass. Topped off with a little bit of soda water. And just a nice mint sprig as a garnish. I actually like always just using my bar spoon to sort of just integrate it. I don't want to get rid of the bubbles from the soda water, just to mix it up a little bit there. Might even use a metal straw with this one. That is the Jin Jin Mule. Going to give it a try. I've actually got sirens in the background, so I feel like I'm in New York City right now, in downtown Geelong. Let's give it a try now. Beautiful, Audrey. Well done. Once again, I think I said this with the Dale de Graaf cocktails, I guess it's not really a complicated cocktail, but it is super tasty. You know, sometimes we don't have to get crazy sort of fancy with ingredients. I find that a lot of the bartenders, and I've done this too before, we try to add too many ingredients to something that aren't necessary. This is why it's a modern day classic, because Audrey she knows ingredients, she knows flavour, and I love this drink. Okay, cocktail number 2 from Audrey Saunders. Although we had the Old Cuban on the menu at 18th Amendment Bar, the first cocktail I can remember that she made was called the Earl Grey Martini. And I really love this cocktail. I'm a massive Earl Grey fan, and the fact that she went and just steeped Earl Grey tea into Tanqueray gin is very, very brilliant. So the first ingredient that I'm going to use is 50 mils of Tanqueray gin with just a tablespoon of Earl Grey. I think she uses a cup to a tablespoon. The key to this is to use really good tea leaves. I've used the ones here in Australia from T2. And I kind of love the pun for this cocktail. This is the way it's spelt, Martini. Very smart there, Audrey. Next up, 20 mils of fresh lemon juice. 30 mils of sugar syrup, 1 ounce, or sugar gum, depending on where you are in the world. Then 20 mils of egg white or aqua faba. I'm using aqua faba. Really good scoop of ice. And a vigorous shake. As you can see, I went pretty hard once again because I didn't dry shake. So you can dry shake, reverse dry shake. I think this will be okay though. For my garnish, or for her garnish, just a lemon twist. This is the Earl Grey Martini. What a beautiful colour too. I freaking love this. That tea is just so well balanced. It's kind of like drinking a boozed up Earl Grey tea. It sounds silly because that's kind of what it is, but with the lemon juice, it's just so well balanced. Super tasty and delicious. Even if you don't like tea, you will love this cocktail. I could drink that over a breakfast martini in the morning anytime. Sorry, Salvatore, but I really do love this cocktail. So when I talk about the old school, and I don't mean as they're old, but the old school sort of legends of bartending that I am inspired by, I always think of Audrey Saunders, Ada Coleman. She's like the modern day Ada Coleman. Another one is Julie Reiner. We're doing her cocktails coming up. And in Australia, we have the wonderful, fabulous Alex Ross, Sam Ross's sister. I still always say that women have got better palates than men, including all my staff. Now, last but not least, I'm going to make a cocktail called French Pearl. This was created at the Pigou Club in 2006 by Audrey. So the first ingredient it calls for is 60 mils of gin. I'm going to use the Liverpool organic gin. This is currently our house pour here at the 18th. What I love about Audrey's cocktails is she has a good slug of booze in them. They're amazing. Next up, we need a bar spoon of Pernod. 20 mils or 2/3 of an ounce of lime juice. Once again, 20 mils or 2/3 of an ounce of sugar syrup or sugar gum. It also called for a sprig of mint. I'm just going to break this one up and shake it today, although I think Audrey muddled. She did it wrong. I'll just be honest with you, I forgot to muddle at the start. Being honest. So I'll shake just as hard. Not just as hard, harder. I've had a few cocktails today. That's the thing, when you're actually making videos and filming and the cocktails are that good, I feel waste to throw them out, so I have to drink them all. Especially these ones. I'm going to double strain that into a chilled coupette or martini glass. Going to use like a mint leaf for garnish here. Give it a bit of a smack there. Drop it in. All right, the French Pearl. Beautiful. That addition of the Pernod works really well with the mint, the sugar syrup and the gin. That's a super tasty cocktail as well. So Audrey created this cocktail as a tribute to late 1800s architecture in France. This is a time when sipping absinthe was really fashionable in France, and that's why she's got the pastis or the Pernod in this drink. Guys, give them a try. Please like, subscribe, and we'll see you again soon on Let's Talk Drinks.